Hello there, beautiful dear soul ones. This is video numero dos of our Ascension Survival Tools Series. And in this video, I want to talk about the yo-yo effect of the ascension process. And I want to talk about some perspectives that we may want to bring with us to help us to have a smoother ascension process. So, ascension. Through this ascension process, we are flinging through different dimensions, through different perspectives. We're seeing the light and we're seeing the dark. We're seeing the past and the future. We're seeing how we used to be, how we are, how we're going to be. We're seeing a perspective that we used to have, a perspective that we want to embody. We're seeing the fears we want to let go of and what fearlessness looks like. And as we're going through all of these different processes on a physical, emotional, mental, and a soul level, it can be very confusing because we're flinging from one area to the other. So we can be absolutely set in our truth, feeling strong and amazing, and the next day we can be absolutely lost, a puddle of mud. One moment we can be so sure and happy, the next we're total anxiety attack and fear. All of these things can happen, and it can happen from one moment to another, 1 hour to another, 1 day, 1 week to another. And it's very confusing. But what I want to say here is that it's normal, and it's part of the ascension process. So we chose to be here. First of all, you chose to be here in this moment in time. And you have the choice to leave at any moment in time if you don't want to be here. But since you're here, there must be a reason. And at a soul level, you know that you still want to be here. And that you chose this. And in this particular lifetime, we're going through an ascension process. And we knew it wasn't going to be easy. And we knew there was going to be this roller coaster ride. And that's what we're experiencing. We are all experiencing it, whether we're conscious or unconscious of it. Collective consciousness is experiencing it. So a lot of us may be going, wow, I'm going crazy. I'm going out of my mind. I'm feeling from left to right. I'm feeling happy, then sad, hopeless and powerful. What the heck is going on? We're all going through it in different levels. It's okay. It's part of the process. It is getting us further, and it's the only way through. So know that you are not alone. Know that we're all going through it. Know that we're all doubting and wondering if we're crazy and all of these different things, and that's part of the process. That's part of the process. So really during this time, it's very beneficial as we're going through this ascension process to have some type of support group or just one support person. Someone we can talk to when we're going through all of these, major awakening or spiritual experiences, or really just low in the depths of our fear. Someone we can speak to and they can understand us and have compassion. A support system is important, it's crucial. And that could be a group of friends, it could be one person in your life, it could be your higher sources, your guides. But connect to someone, to something. It helps us to be grounded and process what's going on. And during this yo-yo effect, it can, again, be very confusing. But if we can hold the perspective that we understand that every day we're growing, every hour we're growing, every moment we're a different person. So every moment and every day and every hour, we can meet ourselves where we're at today. Yesterday I used to eat meat. Now I'm a non-meat eater, and tomorrow I'm a vegan, and the next day I eat meat again. Accept what is at that moment in time, because the energies are changing, and the ascension process isn't like that. It is on the bigger scale of things, but if you look at the microscopic scale, it's just like a whole bunch of that. And we're riding that roller coaster. And so every day, every moment, our reality is different. Our individual reality, collective consciousness, all of these things. Everything is changing right now. Mother Earth, we're connected to everything. Mother Earth is changing, nature is changing, collective consciousness, the collective feminine and masculine, ourselves individually. Look around, we can see it, we can feel it. The poles are shifting. Everything is shifting, and we're shifting. And so part of this process is this yo-yoing, back and forthing, until we stabilize into the fifth dimension, until we stabilize into where we're headed and where we already have a foot in. But we're not totally there yet as a collective. Okay? The only time when we are fully in the fifth dimension is when we are all those who have decided to be in it, we are all fully there. And that means we can quote unquote like close the third and fourth dimension and absorb them up into the fifth dimension with us, and then we are fully in the fifth dimension. If you think you're in the fifth dimension where you're already living that, we're really not, because our brothers and sisters are still living a different reality. And our brothers and sisters are the same as our little pinky. Our little pinky's living in that different area because we're not separate. Okay? So perspectives that can really help throughout this ascension process is also just know that this too shall pass. You know that after every storm the sun came out. You know that every time you went through hardship in your life, you made it through somehow. You know, when you were broke, sometime you made some money. So just know that this too shall pass. It can be a beautiful mantra. Feeling scared, anxiety, everything, I know this too shall pass. And really finding that center of our storm, the eye of the storm, the stillness in the storm. Our head and our experience may be going totally nuts, but we can find the stillness and be okay and be the observer of what is. Or we can totally play into the drama and be absolutely exhausted. Be screaming to every person in the village, help me, I'm confused. Or we can find our silence and our stillness and use our support group or our guides to help us. And now the perspective, everything that I'm going through, I can help another with. If I'm going through a really hard lesson, a really hard time, I know that tomorrow, if I solve that lesson, I can help my fellow brother or sister through that lesson, because now I have that experience. And not only that, my experience and my solution has been recorded in the collective consciousness, and my brothers and sisters around the world can feed off of my experience, whether they are conscious or unconscious of that. So, you know, everything we're going through, we're not going through it on our own. Others will be able to benefit from it. And even on a very individual level, as we let go of our fears and these stories and these lessons, we start to vibrate on a higher frequency, which affects the total frequency of the world and the collective consciousness, and bringing our collective vibration upwards. And that is also helping. And knowing that we are exactly where we need to be. Knowing that you're doing exactly what you need to do. And being okay with what is. These perspectives. Being okay with what is. Just simply. Are you tired today? That's okay. Be tired. Are you happy today? Be happy. Are you sad today? It's okay to be sad. Do you have to cry all day and you don't know why? It's just what is. Let it flow through. Let it go. Let it just, let yourself be a channel or a river and just let it all flow through so it doesn't block you up. It's okay. Whatever is okay. And you're exactly where you need to be. You have choice every moment, but whatever you choose is exactly perfect, and know that. And trust, surrender to universe, source, yourself, your higher self. Surrender to the bigger picture of it all. Know that there is a divine plan. Know that there is much more going on out there than just our individual little drama. So we can just surrender. We don't have to control it all. And if universe is giving us certain lessons or experiences, then it must be that we have something still to learn. Or do we think that we know better than the whole universe? That we're ready, or that we need something, what we want or need? Or can we be humbled and can we say, well, Actually, I'm just a mere human going through ascension process. Perhaps universe knows a little better what I need that's going to strengthen me and move me forward. And sometimes universe is going to give me a lesson of strength through a hard experience or a beautiful magical experience. But who am I to say what I need better than universe? Surrender. Surrender to it all. Finding that light, our own light within the darkness. That's what we're being pushed to do. In the darkest hour, we have to be able to ignite our own light so we can ignite the light of others. And that's what we're being taught as well. To find the joy, to find the optimism and expansion within ourselves. Yes, it's easy in higher dimensions in meditation to feel all of these things, but how do we embody that here, right now, in this denser dimension? Well, we have to go through all of these karmic lessons, clearings, etc., etc. And it's quite a bit of a ride, yes. It's a crazy, crazy ride. But we chose it. Remember, you chose this. You came here. And yes, there are moments we just want to give up and we're done and it's like too much. But then just remember these little things. This too shall pass. I am not alone. Call on your guides, on your support system. Find soul family. Alright, I think that's all for this video. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope you tune in to the next video, and sending you all so much love in your own individual and unique processes that we're all going through for the highest and greatest good for us all. Much love. Bye.